Why I honestly think that AI music is blown up and is so popular. And it kind of goes to our current state of streaming and the way that things have been distributed, for the past, I don't know, kind of feels like 20 years now. I might be wrong on that, but before, and when I grew up in the 90s and a little bit earlier than that, there was a discovery factor of music, right? So either you seen a music video, or most likely, a tape got passed down to you, and then a CD. Or let's just talk about the mall. Let's talk about going to the mall and going into, like, Tower Records or one of these big box retailers, or just your local, record store that had tapes and CDs and vinyls. You would buy a record or buy music sometimes just based off the cover. You didn't even know if it was popular or whatever. Maybe the art intrigued you. For me, AI music kind of has that. It has this, okay, let me think of a song, right? Whatever, a song title. I'm gonna throw that prompt into, or just that title into chat or whatever LLM you use, and pump out a song. You might refine that song and kind of go from there. And then you throw it into Suno or Udio, or Producer AI, or whatever you're using. And then you get this sound wave that comes to you. You get this, maybe you prompted soul, maybe you prompted whatever style you get. And it's this discovery mode where you're hearing it for the first time, and I just don't think that our current state with streaming, even though, of course, you got Discovery, Friday, or whatever the playlist is that's being pumped to you. But that's another thing. It's kind of like, you're getting introduced to music, but there's just so much like payola and playlists that are being curating, compared to you curating your own playlist with AI. It's just different. There's this discovery mode that feels more organic to me, at least. It feels like, going to the record store, grabbing that record, popping it on, and then putting those headphones on. You don't know what you're about to hear, and then you get, wild, or, by the sound or by the instruments that are happening. That's how I feel when I'm listening to Suno, especially, like, it doesn't really take much, 2 or 3 songs in, and then you're being wowed either by the soul singer, the AI robot singer, and you have to almost remind yourself that, hey, this is artificial intelligence. It's not like it's real, but then it's not. But then I'm still getting these feelings, and I've just embraced it, and I'm here not to convince anybody. I'm just telling you my experience, and basically I've generated probably, I don't know, at least 3 to 4 thousand songs by now, and I got a handful that I've saved, but yeah, it's just wild. So I just wanted to share that.